shrines enable us to find our way to the Father, to live our dignity as a child of this Father, to live our baptismal covenant in every aspect of daily life, in our present situation of our country and world. And of course, when we think of the greatness of the shrine, we think of Father's prophetic words in 1929, when he said, "In the shadow of this shrine, the destiny of the church and world will be centrally co-determined for centuries to come." And now is really the time. After just 15 years of observing the activity of Mary in the shrine, he was convinced that the Mother Thrice Admirable would use this place of grace not only to shape the lives of individuals and communities, but to shape the future of the church and world. Only after 15 years, 1914, 1929. So we can see what is most needed in our times is this father-child secret. Actually, our exile legacy. The new image of the Father, the merciful Father, the new image of the child. Bringing God back into our world and the correct relationship to Him. This is what is needed to bring about renewal, to bring about change. And so on our part in this, as we walk toward 2014, against the background of our country and world and church, we need to ask ourselves, how can we give this gift to our church and world? How can we do it? It's necessary. Otherwise, there might be a third fall. I think first and foremost, we are called to truly live our covenant of love, but to truly live it. Because we cannot give what we ourselves do not possess. Our covenant of love should be for each of us the central religious idea of my life, the central religious value, the central religious experience, the central religious task and mission of my whole life. It should consume me. We need to ask ourselves, is the covenant of love the basic form of our living and loving? Am I truly convinced that the covenant of love is the foundation, source of life and blessing for the Schoenstatt family and world? And am I committed to live it in daily life, in every aspect of my daily life? Am I eager in the covenant of love to go out to the whole world to conquer it for the triune God? To help lead the church to the new shore? Is Schoenstatt my life? Am I willing to die for Schoenstatt? Father said if Schoenstatt is not, if it's not worth dying for, it's not worth living for either. Am I willing to die for Schoenstatt, or is it just one among many activities that I carry out? Am I so convinced of this gift and its need for our country that I can dare to offer all as Joseph Angling, Max Brunner, Blessed Karl Eisner, Sister Amelia, John Posebon, Barbara Kost, and many others, who have given everything? Do we believe that this is the hour of the covenant of love? The hour of our Mother Thrice Admirable? The hour of our Father and Founder? The hour of the shrine? The hour of the Schoenstatt secret? The hour of the capital of grace? If I believe this, what am I going to do about it? Must I stop complaining and being terribly upset with all that is going on in our country and in the church? Should I not instead do something about it? It will not change if I sit back and the covenant is not what it should be in my life. If it is, it will change me, and I will become a powerful instrument in the hands of our Blessed Mother and Father to lead our country and world into that holy springtime. Then what a celebration this must be in 2014, when we actually see what we are celebrating, this tremendous gift given to us by God. Father was the human instrument, given to us by God. So we need to ask ourselves, how will we prepare for this celebration? What will be our gift in gratitude for all we have received? The time is now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Marie. Very inspiring talk, I think. We have some important announcements that we really need to take care of before we continue. First of all, I want to announce that the Wisconsin Schoenstatt members, please stay in the tent here before lunch for about 4 or 5 minutes. Sister needs to meet with you. Secondly, this afternoon, of course, we have lunch at 1 o'clock. Thank you. I mean 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock, we're going to have a time for prayer and reflection. And at 2 o'clock, we come back to the tent. But we're going to come back to the tent and we have some specific work that needs to be done. You will remember that inside your folder, you have this 2 yellow pages where we are divided up into 14 different groups. Be sure to study this very carefully so that you know which group you are in. And the group leaders need to meet here in the tent at 1:40 with Sister Marie. 1:40, the group leaders. So we need to see exactly where we are. When we come up at 2 o'clock, when we get started, there will be a person holding up a number. We follow that person that matches the number of the group that we are to be in. And they will escort us to wherever we have to go for these meeting places. Very, very important. At 3:45, there will be some reports about these discussions. These will be given by the group leaders. They will be short reports, 2 to 3 minute reports, because remember, there are 14 groups. The task, the purpose of the group is to look for our gift for 2014. So it's very specific. Now, also be looking at this little salmon colored, I call it salmon colored little sheet. We're going to be using this and the song, the tune is to Oh My Darling Clementine, in the evening when we make our presentations from each area. Just that you have it handy and that you start to look at it. But if anyone has a PowerPoint presentation and needs anything for their presentation of their gift, you need to see Sister Marie as soon as possible so that if there's anything in particular that you need, that it can be taken care of. Because in the evening, this is going to go quickly. And we need to be prepared and we need to know which group. You can see it on here. It's all in order and each group has to follow each group according to Oh My Darling Clementine. Okay? Is that it, Sister? We'll have a few other announcements later on today, but for now, remember lunch at 12, 1 o'clock, time for prayer and reflection. 2 o'clock, we come back to the tent. leaders of the discussions be here to meet with Sister at 1:40. Be sure to look over and find out exactly which group you are in. And Wisconsin members, please remain here to meet for just a few minutes before lunch. Thank you very much.